What's going on YouTube? Budget Gaming here, and it is now officially 2022. So one of the things that I like to do is at the end of every year, I like to go look back at all the games that I beat. I keep a running list, and I have this list. I've kept it since about 2007, and it's just a list of every single video game that I beat. In fact, it's right here. So yeah, I keep a list all the way back from 2007. A couple of the games that I beat, are before 2007 are on there. I think 50 or some games before 2007. But ever since 2007, I keep a list of the name of the game, the date that I beat it on, and the console that I beat it on. So yeah, I just ended up pulling out all the games that I beat, at least physical games. Beat a ton of digital games. I beat over 100 games in 2021. So yeah, just a ton of games. Yeah, the actual last game of the year that I beat was this game here, Attack on Titan. Been watching the anime, absolutely loving it. I'm in the 4th season now, at least the first part of the 4th season. I know they're coming out with the second part of the 4th season. But yeah, great game. Absolutely love this game. Highly recommend it. I know they have a part 2, which I think retreads a lot of the first game. But yeah, highly recommend this one. Lots of fun. And yeah, let's get into the games, besides Attack on Titan. So I'll just start with PS4. I got a lot of PS4 games. Next we have Sayonara Wild Hearts. This is a game that I just beat not too long ago. This was a gift from my friend Ken at Ken's Games Collection. If you haven't, check out his channel. Lots of great stuff. He was nice enough to send me a copy of this game and another game for Xbox One. I haven't got around to the Xbox One or the PS2 games because he sent me some PS2 games. Haven't got around to beating those yet, but played this one. It was a very short game, great experience, so highly recommend it if you like indie music kind of games. So yeah, that was a great game. I'm like just trying to gently put these on the floor next to me because the table in front of me is like completely filled. Yakuza 0, another great game. Love the Yakuza franchise. I started streaming this. We had a technical difficulty with I think it was probably my last stream where just for whatever reason audio wasn't coming through. But yeah, I wanted to stream this all the way through, but I just never got around to it. Life got busy, and yeah, but had a ton of fun playing this. I ended up picking this back up around like November and December. Finally beat it this December, and yeah, great game. Loved playing that. And moving on, we have Streets of Rage 4 for the PlayStation 4. This actually was another one. Ken sent me the Nintendo Switch copy. I've been playing that with my daughter on her account. And then we got the Xbox Game Pass, and we're playing it on Xbox as well. And then I noticed this was on PlayStation Now, and I had a sealed copy. Downloaded it off of PlayStation Now, and yeah, finally beat it for myself. We're still working on the Switch version because again, that's my daughter's what she's really enjoying. But she actually really loves this game, and it was great to see her get into a beat 'em up. So really glad to have that on my completed game shelf behind me. This was a limited run game, Galgun Volt Burst. Now I keep most of my limited run games sealed just to preserve them for longer. But yeah, this one was is kind of like Mega Man, and I had a lot of fun with it. I felt like it was a little difficult in some spots. There was a few parts where I was getting a little tired of the platforming and all that, but it was a lot of fun. Ended up picking this up on the digital store for like $1 or something. This is really cheap, so yeah, that allowed me to keep my physical copy that I got in way after that after I ordered it. Allowed me to keep that physical copy sealed. Another limited run games. I'm gonna probably butcher this. Mitsurugi Kamui Hike. This was a really weird game, very short game. Yeah, like anime girls and limited run games, you'll like this. Moving on, this was a journey. We got Dark Souls for the PlayStation 4. Dark Souls remastered. Had a lot of fun with this. Ended up moving on from this into the second game. Got pretty far in the second game, and then we just kind of stopped playing. I was playing in a group of 2 or 3 guys, and it was so much fun. Absolutely loved playing through Dark Souls. Wasn't as hard as I was thinking that it was going to be. And coming out of Bloodborne, I beat Bloodborne last year. So coming from Bloodborne, I had a little bit of experience in the Soulsborne, games. So it wasn't all too new to me, but absolutely loved it. Great boss fights in this. Great experiences. All right, moving on. Another really rare game, we have Godzilla. Godzilla for the PS4. If you guys don't know, this game was listed, and it was a digital game, physical game, and then it got delisted, and then the physical game got really rare. So I was lucky enough to snag up a copy, and finally got around to playing it. I wish I could say that it's the definitive Godzilla experience, but I think there's other Godzilla games that have done better. It was a really interesting game. I think it's worth a playthrough. It's just a really short playthrough. I set aside an afternoon and I finished the game. So yeah, that's just how it is. It's just a short game. Stranger Things 3. So Stranger Things 3, the game. Absolutely love this game. This was a nice retro style game. Had a lot of fun with it. I was putting it off for the longest time, and finally started playing it on the Xbox of all things. And I wanted to give it a try on the Xbox before I played it on PlayStation, just because I don't care about the achievements on Xbox. That's just how I am. I care about the PlayStation trophies, so I don't want to, try to get, try to play game. I try not to play games that have a lot of trophies that I know that I'm not going to get. But yeah, I absolutely had a lot of fun with this. I believe I got the platinum on it. But yeah, it's a great retro style game. If you like Stranger Things, definitely recommend trying this out. All right, moving on. We got one of my favorite games. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I wish I could say it made my top 10. If you haven't seen my top 10, it's on the channel. But it should have made an honorable mention. I should have had an honorable mention for it because I love this game, but I already had a Star Wars honorable mention as well. So I didn't want to do 2 Star Wars honorable mentions because I probably would have a list of honorable Star Wars mentions. But Star Wars Republic Commando, I beat this game twice in 2021 just because that's how much I love it. I ended up getting the platinum for this. Had a ton of fun. Definitely recommend it. I played the original Xbox game back in the day. Loved that. When I saw that they were going to release this from Limited Run, I had to get it. I had to get 2 collector's editions just because I wanted them in my collection. I wanted, I'm a Star Wars collector. I'm not gonna lie. I love collecting Star Wars stuff. At least, this kind of Star Wars stuff, the golden era of Star Wars. But here I am talking about the Clone Wars as the golden era of Star Wars. All the originals, trilogy fans are gonna, come pounding on my door. But no, the Clone Wars was better. Better, at least better than the new movies. I'm not gonna say it beats the original trilogy. I don't know where I would fall on that. I can't really decide what's better. I like the new Star Wars, the sequels, the prequels. I like the prequels. Don't like the sequels, and I like the original series. So episodes 1 through 6. That's Star Wars for me. But moving on, because I could talk about Star Wars all day. We have the 7 Deadly Sins. The Knights of Britannia. I I was really pleasantly surprised with this game. You know, I like anime. I watched the first season of Seven Deadly Sins. Kind of fell off the the train for that a little bit. Like I've been meaning to go back. There's just so much anime that I've been watching, like Attack on Titan mostly lately. But this was a very very awesome game. I really enjoyed it. So definitely recommend it. I think you still can pick this up for cheap, but it's an anime game, so a lot of these actually end up going up in value. So I'd recommend trying to get it while you can. All right, another one. I think this was a PlayStation Plus game. That's why I kept the physical copy sealed. But Control. Now Control, this was a great experience. I ended up getting the platinum on it just because it was so fun. Highly recommend playing this game. And I really ended up liking this game. Led me to a page called Stipendium, and they got some really cool video game inspired music. And yeah, the song for this was pretty cool. I liked this, and it takes place in the Alan Wake universe. So you gotta play it. Alan Wake does make an appearance in this game. I know they just announced Alan Wake 2, so definitely recommend trying out Control. I'm gonna be playing it on the PS5 at some point. I gotta pick up a physical copy for the PS5. I know they got it, but yeah, Control. I'll definitely be playing that again. Now we have two games. Really, I mean, it's the same game with an expansion. Elder Scrolls Online and Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. Played through the Morrowind chapter. Played through the main campaign. It took me a while to actually get through the main campaign in this because I just sat it down for a long time. But there was a good part in the beginning of the year that I absolutely was just going crazy playing this game. We were playing this game like every single night. We had a group together. We were doing like quests together, and it was great, in the PlayStation voice chat. And then we started doing the PvP, and that was a lot of fun once we kind of got like a tactical group together. I really wish we could have got a bigger group together for it. I think at the end we probably got 4 or 5 people all together, and that felt great. I know there's bigger groups out there, and yeah, it was great though, trying to make tactical decisions, in medieval kind of Elder Scrolls setting, so it's on horseback and stuff like that. Yeah, and I don't know, something about that kind of combat and being tactical with that kind of combat like really intrigues me. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Really great experience was Death Stranding. Just Hideo Kojima game, and yeah, I really just can't explain how good the story is. It's an experience. It's something that I think every PlayStation 4 gamer should try out. Just making it from one end of the map to the other. I mean, there is some action, there's some stuff like that, but that wasn't really the selling point for me. The traversal of the terrain, it was just a great thing, and I really enjoyed it. I really wish more games would kind of take that direction where it's not all about shooting guns and stuff like that. Now again, there's shooting and stuff like that. There's enemies that you got to avoid, paranormal enemies as well. Really interesting story, but yeah, just the traversal of the landscape really was the main driving point for that game, and it was great. All right, and then the final PlayStation 4 game physically that I beat, actually this was probably one of the first games that I beat this year, was Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, and this is another limited run game, still sealed. I try to preserve these as best as I can, but another game that I just absolutely love. I love playing this on, I think the GameCube is what I originally played it on, and I had a ton of fun with it. So when Limited Run announced they were gonna have this and the collector's edition, I jumped on that, got this pre-ordered as soon as I could. Absolutely love this game. So yeah, that's the PlayStation 4 games. I really Really wish I was almost done. We're like 15 minutes into this, and I'm just done with the PlayStation 4 games. Let's talk about PS5 games really quick, because yeah, there's a lot of games left. So we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Great Star Wars game. Really enjoyed it. Played it on the PlayStation 4 as well. Had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, PlayStation 5 definitely was another great experience. We have Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. So Spider-Man Miles Morales is another great Spider-Man game. If you like the original Spider-Man, you're gonna love this game. Highly recommend it. Very short story, but it was fun. I enjoyed getting the plat. I really wish you didn't have to do New Game Plus for the platinum. Some of the cutscenes really dragged on. I wish there was a way to skip them. But that was my only complaint, is rewatching the same cutscene for the second time. I'm like, well, I already know this, and I'm only playing the second playthrough, to get that platinum. I would really wish I could have just continued on that first playthrough, finished everything, and got the platinum from there. Playing through the second story, or the New Game Plus, it was just playing the same story again for really no reason. I beat it, within a day after I beat the game for the first time. So I don't know. I can go on a rant about that later. We have Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Just Call of Duty game. I really wish I could say I enjoyed it, but it was more my obligatory, first person shooter, purchase. And then we have Terminator Resistance. Yeah, absolutely loved the collector's edition of this. This is awesome collector's edition. I'm gonna again keep it sealed as long as I can. Hopefully I never get to the point where I need to sell games in my collection to make it. But if I do, those collector's edition sealed will hopefully help. But yeah, I don't foresee that ever being an issue, at least right now. Who knows? When I get older, I might have medical expenses, but VA probably should cover that. All right. Let's see. PlayStation games. We'll go on to the PlayStation 2. Only beat really 2 games on the PlayStation 2. And, well, I beat a couple games on the PlayStation 2, but they were all part of these collections. So on my gaming list, I just have the collection name on there. We have the Atari Anthology. Great anthology game for PlayStation 2. So you gotta love the collection, and the museum games and all that. And we have Namco Museum 50th anniversary. Tons of great games. You like Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and then one of my all-time favorites, Galaga. I used to be really good at Galaga, and I realized I'm just not good at it anymore. I don't know. I used to play that in the arcade all the time. Actually, I played it at a laundromat. That's where I played Galaga. Let's see. I know we got one PlayStation 1 game. It's actually a Japanese import. So this is I want to see, Legion of Heroes. I think is the Legion of Heroes. I don't know. I really don't remember anything about this. It's a fighting game. That's about it. I really wish I knew more. This was from my friend's collection, and I played through it a little bit, and I got to a credit scene, and I'm assuming that's the end of it. I really wish I knew more. A lot of the time with Japanese games, like this one, specifically, I get to the credits, I'm assuming I beat the game. I really wish I could, know more. I wish I spoke Japanese or read Japanese, or had a Japanese friend that could, sit down and play these games with me. But yeah, Chaos Head for the PSP. I really wish I knew more. Another Japanese game. This one, I got to the end of it. It was a weird dating game, but yeah, interesting game. But yeah, I really wish I had a Japanese friend or someone that could sit down and help translate and explain things going on, because I got a lot of Japanese imports. I love playing Japanese games. I just don't understand the language. Hopefully, one day I'll learn, but I don't know. I'm struggling with learning Korean, and that's the language that I'm trying to teach my daughter because she's half Korean. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. PSP, we got BlazBlue Continuum Shift 2, another fighting game that actually was a pretty good fighting game, at least in my opinion. We have James Cameron's Avatar of the game. So I actually had fun with this game. Sat down, played it on a few different occasions. Finally got through it. Kind of wish it was a little shorter. It seemed a little too long for me. But yeah, got WTF Work Time Fun. This was a really weird game. Yeah, it's a collection of mini games. Interesting concept. We have Medal of Honor Heroes 2. Yeah, it was okay. This one, oh my god. Brothers in Arms D-Day. If you like Brothers in Arms games, this covers a lot of the Brothers in Arms, the previous entries into the game series. There was a few missions that just drove me nuts, and I just did not have a good time with that. For the most part, I enjoyed it, but yeah, those few missions that I just was struggling on really bothered me. We got Pac-Man World Rally kart racing game. It's nothing to write home about. Street Fighter Alpha Max 3. This was a pretty solid Street Fighter game, I would say. I actually had a lot of fun with it. We have Brooktown High. This was a game that I think I heard Radical Reggie talk about, and it was interesting. I really enjoyed playing through it a little bit, but again, I felt like it kind of dragged on a little too long for what it was. And then Me and My Katamari. Yeah, this case has seen better days. Yeah, but picked this up for $10 way back when I was living in El Paso, and yeah, that's the PSP games that I beat. All right, so I'm trying to figure out where I should go next. Probably start with some Nintendo. Let's go all the way back for Nintendo and go to the NES. We have Dr. Mario. This was a really stressful game for me in those higher levels. Once I finished, some of those higher levels, so like it was really satisfying when I finished it. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this. Those beginning levels were a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, Dr. Mario for the NES. So yeah, I can actually say I beat a NES game. Finally. I don't think I had any NES games on my gaming list. Just because mostly when I was playing NES, that was before 2007. So I can't remember if I beat any games. But yeah, and I officially have one. Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, kart racing game. Probably better than Pac-Man World Rally, I would say. But my favorite in the Mario Kart game franchise is Double Dash. Double Dash is where it's at for me. Had a lot of fun with that. It's actually on the shelf behind me. Love that game. So yeah. Now moving on to the Nintendo 64, we have Battle Tanks for the Nintendo 64. This was a game that I played like years ago. I was like 5 or 6 years old when I first played this game. Finally got a chance to sit down and play it and beat it. It was satisfying to beat this game because again, like this was a game that I played and I just never could beat as a kid. And then I just ended up setting aside like 2 hours in the afternoon. I think I just steamrolled this game. It was great. I'm probably a little longer than 2 hours, but it didn't take too long to beat. And we have the Star Fox 64 for the Japanese Nintendo 64. So yeah, finally got a box for this. This looks absolutely amazing. Really glad to have this in my collection. And yeah, so yeah, beat a Japanese Nintendo 64 game. Moving on to the Game Boy. I don't think, yeah, no Game Boy Color games. Game Boy Advance games, though, we have American Idol. If you want to put yourself through torture, this is the game for you. I wish I could say anything good about it, but no. It's just pure torture. And Pokemon Pinball. Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire. This is a lot of fun. I absolutely loved playing this way back in the day. Finally got to sit down and play through, beat the game, at least what I consider beating the game. And yeah, really great. You can collect Pokemon for your Pokedex, and yeah, just build some incredibly high scores in this game. It's a lot of fun. I really love it. There's so much different things that can happen in it too. So it really gives you a good sense of variety. So let's see, Nintendo DS. We'll do that next. Or so no, actually, we'll do the GameCube next. Actually, be the GameCube game. We have Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. So yeah, this was a game that I picked up at I want to, it was Goodwill, something like that, for a really great price. And I really can't remember how much I spent on it, but this is a really super expensive game now. And it was sat there in my backlog for a couple months. Finally got a chance to get around to playing it. Had a ton of fun. Played this on the Wii, since the Wii's backwards compatible with GameCube. Thank you guys at Nintendo for doing that. Really great, because I don't like to have more systems than I need, so those backwards compatible consoles really help. But yeah, great game. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, had a lot of fun with that. So yeah, now moving on to the Nintendo DS. We have Animal Genius. This time a little more time consuming than I had hoped. We got Big Brain Academy, Diddy Kong Racing DS. We got Mario Kart DS, and a game that has been sitting on my backlog for far too long, Pokemon Soul Silver. So yeah, I've been meaning around to get around to playing a lot of those Pokemon games on my backlog. And I still got a lot on the DS, and now the Switch is just got a ton of Pokemon games that now are going to be on my backlog. Got to pick up a copy of Let's Go Eevee, and then what is it? Diamond and Pearl. You got to pick up a copy of those. But yeah, those games definitely been meaning around to playing more of the Pokemon games. Because yeah, love having those Pokemon games on the shelf. You got Mario Kart 7 for the Nintendo 3DS. It's a Mario Kart game. Not as great as Double Dash. I don't know. Double Dash is the pinnacle of Mario Kart. It's simple enough, to where, you can have fun. The courses are fun. But it does, have that, two people on a cart to where, makes things interesting. And then Star Fox 64 3D. So two Star Fox games would be this year. For the Wii, let's try to get through these Wii games pretty fast. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Great fighting game. We got Remington, Great American Bird Hunt. I wish I could say this was a great game, but it really just, I had time to kill in an afternoon. I was like, yeah, I'll just play that. We have Chicken Shoot. This game was actually really kind of disturbing. I don't know. Shooting the cartoon chickens that really had no reason to be shot at. I didn't feel super great playing this game. I'm not, against shooting animals. If you need food, I love eating meat. Chicken is one of my favorite things to eat. And I am no stranger to the cruel reality that, meat is animals, but I don't know. I just didn't feel right shooting cartoon chickens that had nothing, no reason to be shot, House of the Dead 2 and 3 returns. So playing through the House of the Dead games on the Wii was actually really surprisingly fun. The Wii was one of those things. I really had a lot of hope for the shooters, but I didn't really enjoy them too much on them. I don't know. I like playing on the PlayStation with on the PS3 with the Move controller. But yeah, the Wii I feel is just lacks a little bit of refinement. I don't know. That's just my experience. Now that I got a bigger living room and I can play not so cramped up against the TV, I might have a better time with the Wii. But moving on, we have Call of Duty World at War. This was actually one of my first PlayStation 3 games, probably the first PlayStation 3 game that I had. Lots of fun. But yeah, I finally got a chance to play through on the Wii. And yeah, like I always enjoy World at War before it got super convoluted in the sequels and stuff like that. And Dokapon Kingdom, if you want to lose friends, play this game with them. I think the Game Grumps did a playthrough. I don't know. Some famous YouTubers have done playthroughs on this, but yeah, lots of fun. You can get this game on PlayStation 2 and Wii. It's a very super expensive game though, so might want to hold off on it. I don't know. I ended up picking up a copy for PS4, like it's Dokapon Up on PS4, and yeah, unfortunately, it's a Japanese-only game, so tried to play through it, just didn't understand it. Moving on to the Nintendo Switch, we got lots of Nintendo Switch games. We got Panzer Dragoon. This is a remaster of the classic Panzer Dragoon. We got Senran Kagura Reflections. Again, I keep this sealed and in this nice protective case that someone on Mercari had, put one of their other games in, and I just transferred this case over. This is like a super expensive game now. It's like $100 game, and I picked it up pretty cheap on limited run when it first released. Wasn't expecting that. We have Waifu Uncovered. This was actually the first game, I want to say, first game of 2021. I was wanting to do a series on like adult Nintendo Switch games because there's another video on my channel that's like got like 17,000 views right now. I wanted to kind of get some more views and watch time. And I was talking about adult PSP games, which they have those. Surprise, surprise. I ended up picking up a few of them. Got them imported from Japan, and it's really like visual novel kind of games, and they're technically PSP UMD movies. But since that did so well, I wanted to do a series on adult Nintendo Switch games, and this was one of the first games that I played through. I kept this copy sealed. I ended up picking up the digital copy, like $2 or something like that, on the Switch. But yeah, there's actual nudity in a Switch game, and I was really surprised about that, since Nintendo's always had this like family friendly console thing. But lately they've been having more adult stuff than even PlayStation. PlayStation's really started censoring, and the Switch has really started seeing a lot of relaxation on that. And speaking of relaxation, yeah, Senran Kagura Reflections, that was another one of those adult Nintendo Switch games that I was wanting to do. Still hopefully I'll get around to it. But yeah, we have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, I wish I could say I enjoyed it as much as Red and Blue, but I don't know. Just playing through it kind of seemed a little tedious. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too old for the Pokemon games, but I still want to play through them. Really, really, really weird game. Nippon Marathon. I don't even. I don't know. Gun Pixies, another one that was going to make that list for adult Nintendo Switch games. This is, you play as little pixies that shoot like happiness bullets. I don't know. Kind of reminded me of Galgun, but kind of different play style. We have Tokyo School Life. Ikaruga. Now this is the physical copy. It has like a little model inside. It's really cool. Ended up getting the digital copy. This is a really difficult game. I want to say it once I got the hang of it and figured out a few things, like it was really fun trying to overcome. But I had to struggle. When I finally mastered it, it was great. I want to go back, and I have this for the GameCube, so I want to go back and play the GameCube game. Hopefully that will be something that I can beat this year, 2022. We have Senran Kagura Peach Ball. Actually, my first introduction to Senran Kagura was Peach Beach Splash. But yes, Peach Ball, this is a surprisingly fun pinball game. So I got the digital copy, kept this copy sealed. Just because, again, the Switch, I don't know. The Switch has a lot of great games on sale. So they got great digital sales, so that's awesome. I like to go through and get those digital sales. We have My Heroes One Justice, Nurse Love Obsession, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, Animal Crossing New Horizons. This was, I don't know, I feel old, but I loved playing Animal Crossing on the GameCube. It's behind me on the shelf right now. This, I don't know, just kind of felt a little tedious to me. That's not to criticize anyone that likes this, but there's a reason it took until 2021 for me to beat it. And I consider beating it paying off the final loan. We have Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Again, I liked some of the improvements on this game, but yeah, I really wish, this game really was just kind of limited by the motion controls. They did kind of fix some of it with the button only play style on this, but it didn't entirely fix the problem for me. But it was, again, it's an all right game. I like playing through it. We have SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy, Pokemon Shield, and again, Star Wars Republic Commando. So those were the Nintendo Switch games. Let's get into the Xbox. Trying to finish this off. Can't believe this is going to be like a probably 45-minute video. We have Crimson Skies Road to Revenge for the Xbox, Capcom Classic Collection, and Star Wars Starfighter for the Xbox. Moving on to the 360, we got a nice stack of games. Starting off with Death Smiles. This copy, the cover art's seen better days, but the disc played just fine. Very interesting shmup on the Xbox 360. We have Damage Inc. Pacific Squadron World War II. Really, actually enjoyed the story. I wish the game was a little shorter in some areas. The flight, again, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is an okay game for $3. For actually probably spent $2.70 on it. So for $2.70 game, I enjoyed it. We've Crackdown 2, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, Condemned: Criminal Origins, Shadowrun. There really isn't much to this game since it's like mostly an online game. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Man, memeable game. That's all I'm gonna say. There's lots of things that can be memed in that. Yeah, the fist fight at the end was great. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. We have a Battlefield Bad Company 2. One of my favorite games, Dead Space 2. Absolutely loved playing this game. Finally got around to playing it on the 360 because mostly I play on the PlayStation 3. But yeah, finally got around to playing it on the 360. And Great Medieval Battles. This game really stressed me out. So there we go. Let's see if we can try to finish this up before 45 minutes. Final stack of games. We have, for the Xbox One, Star Wars Battlefront. This was free with Game Pass. So when I found a physical copy, still didn't spend $20 on it. I spent like $2 or $3. But yeah, kept that one sealed. Halo Master Chief Collection. Great to go through the Halo franchise once again. Had a lot of fun with that. Resident Evil, Biohazard. So yeah, Resident Evil 7. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I've been putting it off on PlayStation. I've had it on PlayStation for a while, and again, it's it's damn trophies. You know, I wanted to experience the story. I didn't want to deal with trophies, so I played it on the Xbox, and I had a ton of fun. I will hopefully get around to playing on the PlayStation, but really enjoyed this. We have Titanfall 2. Man, this is a game that made me emotionally invested in AI, and you just don't see that much, you know, in video games. So, Titanfall 2, I cannot recommend this game enough. We have Sunset Overdrive. It's an okay game, but it's an Insomniac game on the Xbox, so that's interesting. Crackdown 3. You have Gears 5. State of Decay 2. Had a lot of fun playing the original State of Decay. It was one of the games that made me want to get an Xbox. And yeah, State of Decay 2. Yeah, enjoyed it. Battlefield 1. Another game that I got on Game Pass. So when I picked up a physical copy for $5, there's no reason to open it. It's just to put on the completed shelf. You know, maybe one day, you know, that's the good thing about keeping the game sealed. One day, you know, when you can't get a digital copy, your physical copy is still brand new and sealed, so you can open it up and you don't have to worry about it. And Quantum Break. So yeah, Quantum Break, interesting story, but I don't know, it seemed a little convoluted to me. That's the games that I beat in 2021. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I beat over 100 video games in 2021. What were the games that you beat? I've been meaning to watch everyone's videos because I know other YouTubers are doing that. Ken's Games Collection specifically, I think I'm filming this about 4 hours after he released his video. I haven't seen it yet. Been meaning to go check that out. So I'll be, as this is, like I gotta edit it, flip it, like reverse it, mirror it, you know, so the game titles actually are the right way. But yeah, let me know what games that you guys beat. What was your favorite games that you beat in 2021? What are the games that you're looking forward to beating in 2022? You know, questions, comments, threats, as Lightsaber Samurai would say. Yeah, just let me know in the comments. All right, guys, take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful new year. And as always, keep on gaming. Bye-bye.